Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is the Flying Elite from Amiga Clan playing in his Ru251. You can see at the start of the game he's let his team know that he'll be spotting and to watch, and that's why he's going for his LT-15 mission for the T-55A. The total damage and damage caused by your allies upon your spotting or destroying a track of an enemy vehicle must be at least 7,000. So he needs to get 7,000 hit points of damage either done himself or spotted for his team. And you'll see this is a bit of a bittersweet replay for me because I was on exactly the same map coming from the other side, and I was doing this mission a few months ago now, and I came within 50 hit points of spotting damage, which is a little bit painful on Redshire. He's already lit up the enemy light tanks and that waffle Traeger. He wants to get away from that tier 9 German gun, so he's pulling back, but he's already spotted half the enemy side there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 tanks he's spotted there by doing that big run, and I'm sure some of them got some damage because he's there. Just picked up another 250 spotting damage on the waffle, and earlier on he got some spotting damage into that something else that was camping at the back, maybe the T-49. Just gets another 600 spotting damage into the LTTP, which is a dangerous tank even though it's tier 7, and the WZ-120 ends up killing him. WZ-120 is all the way over here on the left and flank. He got the kill shot. Doing a massive job spotting for his team here. Look, everyone else is sitting back sniping on this hill, and the Flying Elite running into this area here. And if you can get away with running into this area here, you'll pick up an absolute shitload of spotting damage. He puts 200 hit points of damage into the waffle, and he knows he's going to beat his reload, but he doesn't want to take too much early damage. That's the key in light tanks. If you're on a high health towards the end of the game, you can absolutely clean up. Gets another 307 damage into the tier 9 waffle, but takes a 501 hit point shot from the tier 8 tank destroyer sniping from the hill. But he gets another shot into the T-37 as well as a little bit more spotting damage. He's having a ripper of a game already. He's already done 866 hit points of damage, and he's not pulling back. He's going to keep spotting for his team. He wants to get this mission done. Remember, a total of 7,000 is what he's after. 7,000 hit points of damage either by himself or by his enemy team thanks to his spotting. Spick gets taken down to 46 hit points. Of course, the Flying Elite didn't get the spotting damage for that. They would have spotted them in themselves, the tanks that shot him. Tiger 1 kills that waffle. Very handy tank to get rid of. Waffenträger auf Panzer 4. He's still got over half of his health, so he's still running around. I can't see what equipment he's using, but you can see he's running chocolate, and I'm tipping he's running optics to help his view range so he can outvision as many of these tanks as he can. Look at the mini-map, there's 2 Rheinmetall Borsigs up here. Now they're platooned, so they'll be talking to each other. There's also a T-49 and a T-37. And it looks like they're all just sitting back trying to snipe. Of course, 2 heavy tanks up at B8, which the Flying Elite's teammates are now advancing against. And I reckon that's the Spick up there, hiding in the corner, absolutely petrified. Now the Flying Elite's worked out that he's not spotted here, otherwise people would be shooting at him. So he's taken the opportunity to put some damaging shots into these tanks. Unlucky not to bounce the first couple of shots in the IS-3, but now the IS-3 is presenting his backside to him, so he'll say, no worries, I'll put a few shots into your bum. He tracks the T-10. He's hoping someone's going to damage him while he's tracked, but looks like the T-10 repaired his tracks instantly. And the IS-3 now is down to 327 hit points. So the Flying Elite puts some more damage in before the T-54 lightweight takes the kill. IS-6 can be a tough nut to crack, but not when you're loading premium ammunition. He's got the heat, I think it is. He's got the heat ammunition loaded for the back of that IS-6. He sets him on fire and picks up the kill. And you can see he's already done nearly 2,000 hit points of damage. according to the damage counter. Put that up to over 2,000 damage now. Now that T49 spotting him, so he needs to be careful. But these heavy tanks over on the northeastern part of the map, they're more distracted by this Tiger and these two light tanks. So we can afford to relocate. His team are slowly moving through the central part and the western part of the map. And he's looking at a shot on that T49. He takes him for 264 hit points of damage, but then he's spotted again, so he moves. He doesn't want to get shot by the T49. T49, with a little bit of luck, could kill him with one shot, so long as he aims okay. Now the Tiger gets taken out. The Tier 7 heavy tank gets taken out by the Tier 9. I think most of the time the T10 will beat a Tiger most times. And look at all those tanks at one shot. There goes the Repeatable Borsig, and hopefully his platoon mate's not far away. Copped another 501 hit points of damage there from that RHM, and he fixes his loader. His loader got taken out as well. 2,615 damage so far, but he's not finished yet. Even though he's only got 200 hit points of damage left, or 198, he wants to keep. He reckons he's pretty close to this mission. Remember all that spotting damage he got at the start of the game. Now the 110 is taking on the WZ131. Gets a shot into the Tier 9 artillery. Looks like he's reloading, but he's not going to reload today. The Flying Elite picks up his third kill. Now they're comfortably winning 13-6, but he wants some more damage. He's going to go looking for it. There's the IS, last spotted back here in the corner, hiding, and the T10 was last spotted over here. The IS-6 gets spotted, and looks like two light tanks as well as the Tier 9 WZ120 are going to take him on. The Flying Elite is looking for that T10. T10 still on 1,500 hit points of damage, so that's more. Another 1,500 hit points of damage that he can do, or spotting. And he starts unloading into him. Doesn't look like he gets spotted there. First shot does damage, a second shot bounce, and artillery takes him for 864 damage. Not sure if he got the spotting damage for that. Looks like he might not have. Now he's looking to keep him tracked and take the last few hit points of damage out. The WZ120 ends up picking up the last kill of the game, and it's a comfortable win in the end, 15-6. As we look at the post-game battle results, have a look at all these medals he's picked up. Of course, he's picked up an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for that brilliant display of spotting, and of course the damage he did. Spotter for doing at least 1,000 hit points of spotting damage. Bruiser for doing some crew member and module damage. Arsonist for destroying a vehicle by setting on fire. Fire for effect. Of course, he got the Scout medal for detecting most enemy tanks, more than anyone else in his team, at least 9. And look at him, he's spotted all of these tanks with the blue marks next to him. Patrol duty for helping the team damage at least 6 enemy vehicles. Confederate for hitting more tanks than anyone else did, and of course the high caliber for that massive amount of damage to all the enemy tanks. Have a look at the second page of the post-game battle results. 4,031 damage he ended up doing in his Spar Panzer, the Ru251, the new Tier 8. It's not that new anymore, but the Tier 8 German light tank, a tank that I love so much. 1,647 base experience, and have a look at that spotting damage. 4,304 spotting damage. Combined with his 4,000 that he did himself, that was more than enough to do the last mission for the light tanks for the T55A, the Tier 9 German tank that looks like a Russian tank in the set of personal missions. I actually messaged him just to confirm if that was the game where he picked up that mission, and he confirmed that it was. An awesome game. He fired 30 shots, 23 hit, only 16 did damage, so not a massive, not an enormous hit ratio, but you know, when you're doing a light tank and you're shooting at all those heavily armoured tanks, you can't expect all of the shells to do damage. Cost him a little bit of credits though, because he did fire a lot of premium ammunition, but that's what you need to do sometimes when you're in a lightly armoured tank with a gun like the Ru251. What an awesome result in the Ru251, the Spar Panzer, from the Flying Elite from Amiga Clan. Awesome result. Congratulations on finishing your light tank missions, Flying Elite. That's an awesome awesome achievement. I remember I was high-fiving all night when I finally did mine. I hope you've enjoyed this replay, everyone. The Ru251 Tier 8 German light tank. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.